fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to share the dekit and finish of my latest project, and that is Autumn by Craft Ease. So I finally finished. This one has been on hold because I was waiting on some replacement drills. So one of the drills, which was this color here, sorry, my printer waits until I film and then decides to be crazy. Okay, so this color here, I ran out of. They just sent me a very few drills, and it was the color of some of these plant kind of things in here, and I had some spares from my own stash that I used, but I ran out. So they sent me replacements, way more than I needed. I'm done, and I have all of these left, which is awesome. So, and I have the crystal code because that's on the canvas. So I know where to put these when I put away my spare crystals, and now I have lots of them. So that's awesome. So this is a painting from Crafties, like I said. I started it on July 9th and I finished it on the 13th. Now, again, part of the reason it took so long was because I had to wait until the extra drills got sent. It took a little less than a month for me to get those, but I finished it. So it took me 15 hours and 21 minutes. And I don't normally show you guys my diamond painting log every time I finish a kit. I wanted to show it to you this time because there's a couple of things. So I use this disc system for my planner. I'm actually in the process of revamping my planner. But some things are going to stay the same. And so I kind of wanted you guys to see because I'd love your feedback. So one of the reasons I like this disc system is because I can easily remove and move pages. So I can add, I can remove, I can shuffle. So this particular painting I actually finished before the previous page. So what I can do is take my previous page, put it there, and now I can just put this one back in where it belongs, and now they're in the order that I finished them. So, yeah, and I can easily add in extra pages. I'm actually in the process of adding in extra pages for, because I'm going to be keeping a page for each 30 by 30 that I'm doing during my challenge in September. So you can see here, I also have a page kind of earmarked because this is where I keep track of my finishes. And then I have my little diamond painting tracker that I'm keeping track of. If I make it all the way to the end, I will have completed 25 diamond paintings. I've actually completed more than 25, but I'm really only keeping track in here of kind of the big ones. So, if I wanted one that had more on it, if I, had I realized at the beginning of the year that I was going to be doing all of those in the 30 by 30 challenge, I might have done this a little differently. I might actually go back in and add a different page. Here you can see a blank one before I filled it out. But I might do a different one so that I can fit more than 25 on the page and do it that way. But anyway, so I have my diamond painting log, and I started out doing it this way because this was the actual size of my planner when I very first started. I have since moved to a larger planner, so I wasn't using this 9 disc system, so that's what I set up the log as. However, as I've been doing it and kind of keeping track of things, I've discovered that some things I use, some things I don't, some things I wish I had in here, and so I've kind of been in the process of revamping. So like I have these down here. I could use them. I rarely do because for me, I know which companies that I like and which ones I'm going to order from again. I might, if it's kind of a one-off company, write something, fill in these little stars down here so that I knew where it was. But if I want to order from them again. And then on the back side is where I keep track of my time that I've actually worked on the kit. So you can see I didn't actually work on it that many days. It was just waiting on those drills. So I'm working on my diamond painting logbook, and it's going to be bigger. It's going to be, instead of 9 discs, 11, and it's going to be 8.5 by 11 paper because that's easier to get here in the US. It's not a specialty thing. So having to cut these pages, which is what I do, I cut them down myself, or trying to go out and find somebody to print and cut what I need is just becoming too much of a pain. So I'm going to use kind of stuff that's more readily available. So I'm going to be moving to the size, and I'm adding in some things. Like I wanted a way to note, did I add any enhancements? I've finished another kit that you guys will be seeing soon where I added in crystals and ABs. I want to keep track of that. Did I have a favorite color? Was it used in an event? There's all kinds of things that I would love to keep track of that this one is not currently set up for. So if you use a paper log and you'd like to be a guinea pig, shoot me an email at diamondpaintinganonymous@gmail.com and we'll talk. So, okay. So there is my logbook. Didn't mean it to turn into a dissertation on my logbook, but anyway, so let's just get into it. I'll show you the finished kit in a minute, but like I said, I ran out of those drills. Now I have lots of drills left. However, let me pick out, this kit used several crystals, so I want to pick those out because those are not going to go in here. They go in a different place to be stored. It did also have one AB, I think just one, so I can leave that one in there. This one that is empty is the one that is the drills that I ran out of, so I can take that sticker off because that one is finished, and then I can just start going through here. So 327, let me find the package here, and I will just start dekitting. So I really enjoyed this kit. I was actually really frustrated that I ran out of drills. Like I said, I had spares of that color. I just didn't have enough. There was quite a few in this particular kit, and so I just didn't have enough to finish it. And I actually considered trying to substitute. Ooh, those are two wildly different colors in that bag. I considered trying to substitute a different crystal, one that was similar but not exactly the same. And I just was afraid that it was going to be too obvious. And so because I had other projects to work on, I just thought, I'm just going to leave it. I've requested the extra drills from them. They sent them no problem. It was not an issue for them to, send me replacement drills. And like I said, sent me way more than I needed. I think they sent me more as replacements than I would have needed for the entire kit. But, always love when a company just doesn't ask any questions, just fixes the problem. Because that's what you want, right? Like, I don't want to have to try and prove that I ran out of the drills or whatever. Just something went wrong. Could you fix it, please? And they did. So that's amazing. Love Crafties for that. And so yeah. And this was an artist that I had done, actually had done a Crafties by her before. It was a little girl with a unicorn called Le Cornet, and I'll stick a link up there in the corner to that one so you guys can check that one out. But yeah, like Crafties, good quality, licensed artwork, and so just waited for them to send me the replacement drills. And once I got them, it was a really quick finish, so that was nice to just be able to sit down and kind of finish something that had been on my plate for a while. Because, as you guys know, I have been working on rather large projects for a while, and it was nice to kind of just sit down and have something be finished. Okay, this is 963 AB, so I'm going to set this aside because it's not in numerical order, so I will wait until I get there. Ooh, I don't have any of this color, so that's good. Always love it when I get leftovers of a color I don't already have. Just makes it easier when I'm working on other projects. So I'm actually really excited. I finished this project. I finished the Muka. I finished another project that you guys are going to see. And so I am kind of riding high right now as far as diamond painting goes, because things are just kind of zooming along for once. I've spent the last probably, there's one stuck in there, spent the last probably month and a half feeling like I was working a bunch of projects that felt like they were never going to end. And so finally being done with some of those feels amazing. And, you know, like I said, this wasn't a huge project, but it just was unfinished. And so that was bothering me that it was sitting around unfinished, because that's just how my brain works. I'm slowly getting used to doing things differently. When I very first started diamond painting, I did not have more than one project on the go at once. Just that would have driven me crazy, because I was just in the mindset of, no, you start this project and then you finish it before you move on to the next thing. Now, I know that's not always feasible. Just my preferred way of working for diamond painting. Wouldn't say that's my preferred way of working for everything. So, and since I very first started diamond painting, I've had to, you know, like in this instance, I get, ooh, this bag is really full. I don't think I can fit any more in there. So you know what? I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to put those in my trash drills. Okay. So those can go in my trash drills when I get to the trash. So I've been learning to kind of have more than one project on the go. Like I said, with this one, I was kind of forced to, because I had to wait for the drills to get here. So I couldn't really finish it. I used up all of the spares that I had trying to complete it. And yeah, so sometimes it just is what it is, and you just have to move on to the next thing. I had a friend once tell me that, you know, when you start projects, especially creative projects, sometimes you just have to recognize that it wasn't just creative projects, but we were talking specifically about those, but that sometimes you just needed to recognize that, you know, your interest has waned, or, you know, you're just not right in the right headspace to do it right then. You need to walk away and do some other things. And, you know, sometimes after you walk away, you come back and you're like, you know what, I'm not really interested in this anymore. And that's okay. I think that was part of the conversation that stuck with me too, was that, you know, I felt like if I start, I still feel like a lot of the time, if I start a project, I've got to see it through to the end, even if by the time I get to the end of the project, I hate it. And sometimes it's just going through the process. You know, sometimes it's not actually that I hate the project. It's just that I'm tired of working on it. And so then I've got a ton of 939. I'm not going to save those either. You know, so you kind of slog through the end of it. And then after it's finished, you know, you're happy. Either because you're happy with the results, or because you're happy with yourself that, you know, you saw it through, even though it wasn't necessarily the most entertaining / fun thing that you've ever done. You know, sometimes it's that satisfaction of a job well done. So sometimes it's just the satisfaction of the job done. Maybe it wasn't done well, but at least it's done. So anyway, so let's see here. Oh, I'm moving into, oh, nope, 963. Forget my ABs. I want to save those, because I know I don't have a ton of ABs, so I definitely don't want to miss saving those when I can. Okay, 3705. That's kind of a big jump. This was a really fun project to do. I really like this artist, and just a really cute, whimsical style. And was really happy to do this one. 3746. Okay, my last couple of regular colors, and then I'm going to be into 3770. I'm going to be into the crystals that are left. So, and I saved the crystals in a different spot because they kind of have their own codes that are not really DMC codes. I mean, they're supposed to translate to DMC codes, but some of them, this particular kit, it had the crystal codes on there. Not all of the crystals that I get have the codes. And so I got in the habit initially, because I didn't know what the codes were, of saving them in a separate system. And so that's just kind of what I've continued doing, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So let me get all of these stickers taken off. I love this little QB container system. It's so easy to use, and they hold so many drills. Extra one stuck in there that doesn't want to come out. Okay, and then let me empty those other two colors that I have way too many of. I'm just going to dump those directly into my trash drills. Somebody asked me on a video recently why I save my trash drills. And the reason I save mine is two reasons. One, and the biggest reason, was that I didn't want to basically throw a bunch of plastic in the landfill. These are, as far as I've been able to discover, not really recyclable. So they're just going to go in the landfill and sit because they're plastics. They're just going to be there for a billion years. And I do a lot of diamond painting. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to do like some kind of art project with them, like sand art or something like that, where I take like a lamp base and fill it up with the crystals or the leftover diamonds, because they're still pretty. I mean, you can see bits of trash in there, but they're still pretty. They're just, maybe misshapen or whatever, and so not great for use on an actual diamond painting, but they're still pretty to look at. So if I, want to save them and put them in a project, that's okay too. So that's why I saved them. Okay, so you can see these are all empty. I have 3 left. Well, actually I have 4, but 3 containers left. So I'm going to put this away. I'm going to go grab the containers that I use to store these, and I will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so the way I store my extra rhinestones is a little different. I have a bunch of these little kind of tic-tac containers, and I have a rack. If I remember, I will take a picture of it and stick it in here so you guys can see it, where I keep them all in different containers. So if I know the crystal code, because there is a list of codes for the crystals that is separate from DMC colors, there is a conversion chart, and I do have that linked in my folder of freebie diamond painting stuff, so you can find it there. If I remember, I'll stick a link down below to convert the crystal codes into DMC codes. So, but I keep them, well, I write the stickers on here that have both the crystal code and the DMC codes if I happen to know what it is. The rest of them don't have any labels on them because they're just kind of eyeball where I've looked at. I don't have the crystal codes. It doesn't match the ones that are marked, and then I just put them in other ones. So I have stickers here because I will be marking these when I get done, to put labels on these so I know what color they are. So like this one is crystal code 37. and I can look on my crystal chart and see what number that corresponds to, what DMC number that corresponds to, and then I will write both the crystal code and the DMC code on the label that I put on this container. So then I know if I want to substitute this crystal in any of my other projects, I know what DMC code it is, so I know, roughly what I might want to substitute for. Sometimes I substitute by eyeball, sometimes I substitute by code. So I'm not going to bore you with doing all of this on camera. So because I want to show you the finished canvas and I want to show you my trash. So I'll do all of that off camera, and I'm going to go grab the canvas. First, though, I guess I can just go ahead and show you my trash. This was only a 40 by 40, so it wasn't a huge canvas, but there still wasn't a lot of trash. This is all that there was. This clear tray makes it kind of hard to see, so let me put them in the white tray here so you can see them a little bit better. So there you can see, this is all the trash that I had. That you can see that one right there had like a little extra piece on it. So did that one. That one's a little bit too small. Some of the rhinestones are off. That's like half a drill. Some of them, again, for me, they're actually nothing wrong with the drill. They're just in the wrong color. And rather than me trying to go hunt where they go, they just go in my trash. So not a huge amount of trash. Again, it wasn't a huge kit, but still really minimal trash for even the size of kit that it was. So these go in here. And now I'm going to go grab the canvas. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So here is the completed canvas. And ta-da! Look how cute this is. Again, this is called Autumn, and I will stick a link to the canvas below so that you can see it. But look how cute it is. Now, again, we had ABs. So you can see here on the bunny's ears and on their cheeks and on her cheek for the ABs. And then I had several different crystals. So you can see this bunny here, and then in her hair is one crystal. These flowers were another. These like flowers here, and in the trees, and these branches up here, these leaves were all different crystals. So I thought it was really cute. And I think this particular style translates really well, even at this kind of small size, which 40 by 40 isn't that small, but it is an easy, quick diamond painting, and it's super cute, and I just thought it was really fun. So, and I was so happy when I got the extra drills so I could finish it. So now I can say it's another finish for me. So not only do I get to count the hours I spent on it, I get to count it as another finish, and I get to count it towards my Big 10 goal, because Craft Ease was another one of my Big 10, because they sell licensed diamond paintings with licensed artwork. So yeah, I thought it was super cute. Let me bring it up kind of close. My drill placement is not spectacular on this, so ignore that. But she was so fun, and just like I said, super cute. There were I will say that their symbols are clear, but part of that is because they have basically guide circles. So like in this section here, where it's a dark color, the outline of the square will be dark, but then the center of it is white. And so if you don't line your drills up perfectly, like I can see looking at it at an angle here, places where I can kind of see the white. You don't necessarily see it looking straight down. So, and I'm not too fussy about, I try to straighten each section after I work on it. But yeah, it's all about fun. As long as it looks good at the end, I'm not going to be, you know, too obsessive about everything has to be perfectly straight and whatnot. When you step away, you never see it anyway. So yeah. So if you guys are out there thinking, oh, I can't do this because I can't place everything perfectly, you don't have to. And yes, you can. Uh, this one, like I said, was a lot of fun. So I'm super happy with how it turned out. And just, yeah, can't wait to. Now I cut off all the edges. I'm going to mount it on a backing and put it in my portfolio. So yeah, super happy with how it turned out. So there you go, guys. My Dekit and finish of Autumn from Crafties. Again, I will put a link in the description below so that you can check it out. Please take a look around at some of their other stuff. They have some really great kits and a couple of new artists that I've got my eye on. So yeah. Before you leave, guys, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.